Am I back? Am I back? Fuck, man. Come on. Okay. I should be back now. I don't know what happened. I checked my router, I checked the extender I'm using. Nothing seemed wrong. Hold on. Oh well. I got disconnected, so I need to log in again. I was able to reconnect because I actually logged in, or I connected to the Wi-Fi instead of using Ethernet, but damn it, man. Right at the fucking, right at the climax. It sucks. Let me have to go through all that dialogue again. I think the recording is still going though, which is fine. I should still have the full VOD. Okay, yeah, I have to go through all the dialogue again. Okay. I don't want to skip the entire cutscene. Like that is about the world. Okay, I can skip that. Okay, I'll just power through this dialogue until we get to where we were. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened with my connection. It's just disconnected. Right at the good part, I think. So if I skip this, will it? Oh! Lygus showed that the Chrysalis heirs were in fact fuel and kindling for the destruction, and Emphorius would become the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb to destroy the universe. Cyrene rebuked him and suspected him of hiding certain facts. She decided to sacrifice herself to make the remembrance gaze in this direction. Oh, wait, fuck, I'm reading spoilers. Okay. Cool. We already saw this. Hold on, we need to swing. Okay. Wait, does the skip button mean that I can skip World Quest dialogue now? If that's the case, holy fuck, this is gonna get me back into doing quests. Why is Lagus so, like, hellbent on this happening? That's what I'm wondering. Let's just try to power through. I also find it interesting that these guys know about the Aeons. Unless, you know, I'm stupid and missed it. Lagus gets his head cut off. But this has happened before, so he's likely not dead. Okay, we're back here. So I'm gonna place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Oronix that appeared in that dream. Now I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Aeon, the Remembrance, records Amphorius. If it fades from existence and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Aeon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into the ceremonial blade, and recreating an endless flame chase journey. Is this the first cycle? Or no, it can't be. I understood. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius' grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you... Alright, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. The little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of a distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice, erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me, and I will always have my charm. But in our current cycle, Cyrene gets killed. I mean, they come back as Mem, but... Then I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned. And I will keep going, even if the road ahead is dark, and I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the black tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Aranova, even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase journey will never end. Until Emphorius welcomes a true dawn. The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead. I want to see the... Make the remembrance gaze in this direction, thus allowing time to be continuously reset. Phainon took up her ceremonial blade and vowed to carry all core flames, embarking on the flame chase journey without end until the true deliverer arrives. I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye. You need to hold tight to the ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time to start the start of a new story. I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrifice themselves alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky. This has to be the first cycle, right? And we are the deliverer. So once we meet him... Wait, but... I'm assuming this Phainon becomes the Flame Reaver, right? If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Emphorius' dawn. So let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. The thing is, Liga said that these flame chasers were the best ones. So I'm skeptical that this is the first cycle. Carry the primordial chaos just as your name suggests, and bury this world we hold so dear. So long, Kazlana. Oh shit! As the Theoros, I have observed. The destruction synthesis is formed. We're back to the present. Oh shit. How long as it takes. Zero. A romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right? Oh shit! One. Kazlana, the world is collapsing and the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend. Aedes Elysiae, the little village of my childhood, the gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. It feels so good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Aedes Elysiae, I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever, and time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back? When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart, I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for, the person I wish to become. A real, living person, a true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you just like before. No, I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin, destruction, and with this power I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate, but this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you still remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. Then go, Kazlana. As you promised, deceive the world, seize the core flames, and rewrite fate. Burn yourself up with all your might, wield your futility like a sword, and fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kephael will never forget this. Eternal recurrences until the end of the world. So, time retreated behind me, until it reached the origin where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kephael stood in the center of chaos. Time, space, and casualty all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder's Knights' battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true, that mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperial Siridra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans, and that was the first doomed flame chase journey sealed away in history. The first eternal recurrence. Oh shit! It's Heislands! So what you're saying is you've traveled back down the river of time, finally reaching this untouched seabed, just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an aeon's dreams. Exactly. So Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Siidra. I must share the truth with her. Since Her Majesty is not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum, I can't pronounce that. Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me Heislands, nameless swordmaster. Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name. You mean Phainon? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Phainon or Painon? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? Alright, nameless swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk. Aren't you ever a little suspicious of what I said? Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubt. There is no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action. Oh, Phainon's technique. When Phainon is on the team, technique point limit increases, and using his technique defeats enemies within a certain range. So we're at the end of the world already. We can still use Orynyx's power. Jesus. Nice moves. We just washed it away, and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke. The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point. At last, I can finally meet with Her Majesty Syaedra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe? Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend to her beneath her crown. She really is down to earth. Second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise. Sounds like an old friend of mine. Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp and you'll be just fine. Aglaya? And Tribby? Dux Goldweaver. Little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting. It's you. You know them? Good, that makes things easier. Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Syaedra? To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster, although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job. I had no intention of fighting, so remember this, Lady Hyslins. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead. No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Crisis heirs hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions. Then, Menestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate. As you wish. White-haired Swordmaster, if what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy? You shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soul of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Tribby? How is this possible? He got it right? Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned that he'd appear here, at least not in this era. You must listen to me, Aglaya. Tribby. The Phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Aranova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. You will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Aranova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Though my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Syaedra, and after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this: in the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, it was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, a Terravox, killed a rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the world. But this time, Amphoius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history, until finally the bright future revealed by Aranova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? End of the first cycle. Ooh, what? The people... Oh, this is Phainon. And this is our Phainon. This is this cycle's Phainon. The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world, after Tribios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know, when they vanished into the black tide within their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has become my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I will remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger at this moment is the only weapon I can rely on, so... Draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. Now our Phainon is the Executioner, instead of the Flame Reaver. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then Kazlana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb again and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But his choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak of the fourth point of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time. Subject Kazlana persuaded the 12 Crystal's heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantial impact on the experimental process. The life cycles of the 12 Crystal's heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kazlana regressed the extrapolation process and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. The first devastating failure. Oh shit. These are the next cycles. Subject Kazlana adopted a strategy similar to the first cycle. No substantive impact on the experimental progress was observed. Same thing. Minor adjustments detected in Subject Kazlana's strategy. Decision weighting for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantial impact. Cycle 15. Subject Kazlana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to alleviate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Crystal's heirs. Cycle 42. Subject Kazlana's 11th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. The decision waiting for avoid sacrifices on past companions showed a minor decline. Cycle 133. Analysis of observations from Eternal Occurrence 83 to 133 indicates that Subject Kazlana's strategy is gradually converging with that of Occurrence 42. Synchronicity risk detected. Potential cognitive function degradation suspected. This will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector. Within expectations, no intervention required. Continue observation. Cycle 134. More cycles into the end of the world. So this So this is how Phainon became the Flame Reaver. He went all the way back to the beginning of Amphorius, to the first cycle, and tried to find a way to change Amphorius' fate to no avail. Ended up becoming the Flame Reaver to be slain and the cycle to be rewound. Okay. Absolute nonsense. I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for. No, it's just that the answer came so suddenly, there was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Aeon's paths? What a load of nonsense. I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either. Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky and everything else is no exception. Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever. If the other Anaxagoras actually worship the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Not only you have the ability to do that. What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help? Of course, the core flames were meant to save the world. In my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil. I've already heard the same thing countless times. Enough chit-chat, let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you? If you're talking about it in past cycles. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us. Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white-haired? You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the seven sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, cat girl. Oh my, you won't even call me the demigod of trickery? That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside, I don't want anyone getting hurt. Here we go again. Core Flame Thieves, you really think you can scare off a sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats? This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Not bad, not bad, I kinda like you. As a return favor, I'll feast on Cersei's Core Flame right here. That was close. I'm out of here. Yes. Exactly like the past ones I've known. Cunning and yet so naive. Sounds like you have a plan? Of course, when I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Tribby never managed to teach me Ornyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two. The Venerationist's foolish inventions finally come in handy. How is this possible? You've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual. I'm running out of patience, so I'm not going to waste words. Hand over the core flame and let's pretend we never clashed. This way you and this world can still be saved. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphorius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you. 134. This is the 134th cycle I've lived through, and the number of core flames I carry is 1,596. Yes. 1,000 core flames in just a single Cryosos air. How is that even possible? I've come this far, and that's proof enough. But someday you will burn to the ground. Of course, the divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now, when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing. This is the final warning. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility. Brat, if you've got the guts, you'll have the first to step over my dead body. Not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves. Oh my god. Die. How absurd. In my memory, Zagreus always meets the same end over and over again. Departure no longer stirs anything in my heart. This reason core flame before us is a fake, obvious as day. I know. I know, it always plays out like this. The spirit thief covered for her and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like countless pastors I've known, cunning yet so naive. Since you've witnessed this scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now? It depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel. Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore. Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision. Alright then, we'll see. This is new. One-eyed boy, what are you trying to pull now? Go, Sifera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. There are no more than ants to you now, aren't they? Of course. I've been wondering what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye. Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer. I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist or escape fate and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose. Yes, even if it's futile, and the world is just a divine joke. When I walk into the destruction written by the gods with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in the story. And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the traveler and the scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps, it wasn't just that they fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes, such a familiar end. It happens on every journey, always the same. Subject Kazlana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core flare has failed. Decision to wait for a void sacrifice of past companions approaching 0.00018. Over-synchronity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12 Crestals air terminated in sequence. Subject Kazlana regressed the extrapolation process. Cycle 5297. Subject Kazlana's 566th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Same thing. Note, subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence 42. Mind function degradation detected. Possible irreversible damage. 42? I don't think that's a coincidence. I mean, not only is it the hardest thing, but the answer to everything is 42. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Cycle 12,398. Subject Kozlana's 12,367th attempt to breach the Scepter's correlator has failed. These are all the same, except just bigger cycles. Cycle 108,642. That many occurrences until the end of the world. The 108th 642nd eternal recurrence. You don't look so good, Deliverer. Even after going through 108,642 cycles, Mighty, your name for me has never changed. Why do you sound so displeased? It's a derogatory name. Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side, every time since, you always end up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebrae at your weak spot and the only way to kill you. Interesting. Tell me when the Bidemioses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat? Never. Then they died honorably, worthy of the name Strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic. I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human, or else the destruction will completely consume me. If you win, tell the Midamos of the next life, this person is a worthy opponent, so always remember to give it your all and never slack off. I'll keep that in mind, as always. Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial, the god's dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times, so you must understand facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace. I understand. Step forward and face me in the final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. My Deimos Lance of Fury. Oh shit. O martyrs, behold, the last Kremnoan festival has begun. And will not end till death. Conquer this world or be conquered by me. For the sake of fairness, let us go to a vaster battleground. And in my full glory, I salute you. If you can deliver, use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh. The sweltering sun doesn't fall until it burns on. So I'm in permanent ult state. My Deimos, let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn your course of immortality. Oh shit. Well fought. You may crown yourself in my blood. In the next life, I shall again block your path. Deliverer, I wish you eternal victory. In the 108 642nd cycle, core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadow of the black tide still loomed. The pain of and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed. Even if it meant burning this body to ash. That many occurrences until the end of the world. The 2,003,432nd eternal recurrence. No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm in the next life. Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth. Only by feeding the core flames can we melt that hopeless future. Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now? 24,041,183. I was actually gonna check, I'm not gonna lie. Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this, a broken idol, tragic firewood. No matter, I will bear this burden, as long as you hand over the core flame of death. I must refuse as the demigod of death. I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death. But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death. Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Phainon I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bread where you fell asleep. In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable. How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times, but even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kephael cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer of days past. Please turn back, do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths. Oh my god. What? A pity. As this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight depending what hope remains. Oh my god, man. Let's make this quick. I ask you to rest here. Allow me to refuse. I must transfer my soul into a raging fire. How's it any different from that brutal future? I can't keep him here. Even if I can't win, I must try. Let this be a tribute to your million struggles fought time and time again. Wake up, lost one. Dude. See that the firelight in the darkness is not. The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly with a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of a forest that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames. And even if the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away, 4,001st cycle. You're here as always. You're still lingering deep within me, never fading away. Because you haven't completely abandoned hope, am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle, for the true hero to come and save us. If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world, from the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphorius, they may not understand our struggles nor be willing to join this fight. Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even with the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge, so never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again, my memory is a bit fuzzy. 4 million, exactly. Then that blaze inside of you must be burning harder than ever. Yes, when I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction, a power unlike anything before, surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world. This wretched prison, I thought that was it, the ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long, perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones, which are the Flame Reaver. And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end. No, I've already found a way to keep the cycles going. Mind sharing it with me? In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Phainon to the end of the world, and then he'll kill me, shatter this body, take all my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started. Literally what I was saying, holy shit! So even outside of the smaller cycles, Amphorius has one big cycle. It's literally a never-ending cycle. Not only the little cycles where the cycles reset for over 33 million times, but also when Kazlana is finally defeated by the new Phainon, it all resets to the very first cycle. Jesus Christ. Bold plan, but risky. What if one day the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles? If it were Professor Anaxa or Glaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Phainon, and trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side, because I never forget what set me on this path. Wait, you mean, ever since I committed to this plan, not once in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception. About 10 million more cycles until the end of the world. 23,507,000th eternal recurrence. I can do this, Lord Phainon. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard, I will heal you, and then the black tide, it's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hold over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering. Now that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness, shouldn't they? Hiya, Cynthia. I swear your deaths won't be in vain. Hello? Dude, I don't know what's going on with my connection, man. I'm just trying to complete this quest. I won't stop streaming until the end of this quest. At least. I do still want to play Musadash, but, you know. Seeing how the stream is going, I really don't know if I will be able to. Sorry for all the disconnections and stuff, but I can't really help it. I believe in you. You are the Christless heir of world bearing, the one who can lead this world. It's just, I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint. My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire divinity. Even so, don't cast it away. I never have. I've kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, Come on! You will bear the blazing sun until... Does it make me go through the dialogue again? Yeah. Never have. I've kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycles, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again. So you're not just a lone spark in the dark, you're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you? Lord Kazlana, so that's how it is. Without flaw, that is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself. Now that is an unexpected revelation. And I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it? No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself, and then, may the gentle colors of rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius a rosy-fingered dawn. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Jesus, man. Oh, Deliverer, please, open your heart to me. I didn't even do it. I didn't press anything. Fill the sky with golden fire. It hurts, the fire burning. Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering. Farewell, Hyacinthia. Holy shit. Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash, but tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root? The core flame rose, the sky fell, the 23,570th cycle came to an end, and this time the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen, so pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world and the start of the next. For a moment I saw the destruction of the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius' wrath? If its choice has already been made, its fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570 cycles, 570,000 cycles, 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed, and now I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution, an all-consuming transformation, and if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly, until another sun rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphorius. One cycle until the end of the world. We're on the final cycle. 33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter. Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here facing the same choice. They all needed a moment, just like you, to stop, to breathe, to process the weight of a million lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those moments in that fire into the chaos of rebirth. I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction. Yes, that's always the decision you make. I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames, and even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Aranova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes. Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too. You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go. Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children, the deliverer and the prophecies, a real living, breathing person? You finally found him. I'm being pulled into your memories. I see, you were there all along. I'm sorry, I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be part of it. No, you know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky, and all these countless lifetimes you've spent. It's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles I've said goodbye to each and every one of you, yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer, your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming a pure rage, a vessel of hatred. I never had a choice. I understand, if you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it, faint but undeniable, the shape of dawn breaking through the eternal night. Turns out the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with. Do you remember? In that first timeline, you and my Deimos stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel, each of you weighing what you held dearest, what weighed more than the fate of the world. And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you! Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, the fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Good. Then listen, my friend, my comrade. You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up until this very moment. In the face of danger, you've never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I chose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, then let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried, return to the beginning one last time, stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate? I will. Good. In that case, even in this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So, if Lixin takes on the weight of the whole world, he'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. If you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles would not have been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the best, partner. Let's both be the deliverer. Thank you for all you've done already, friend. The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light, here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time and send this hero back to the origin of time, back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before, unwavering as always. End. Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash? Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Good. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of these wishes. Let it consume you, fuel you, until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Cafeo will never forget this. Take it, everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Oh shit. Do not bow your head to them. Take it, Trailblazer. May this gold be like gold and never tarnish. Farewell. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting, someone like you. Kazlana, the name of one who bears chaos, does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kafale and the symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place in the epic you write in your own hands. Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history, and I will still place the choice before you. If you've lost count, then let me tell you, this is the 33,550,336th ending. Ah, perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Emphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Phainon. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture? Fracture? No, I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive, uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want, and yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here? How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory from the spirit if you wish, but we both know, the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1, that is the moment I shall sound the paean of Aranova. Lord Phainon? Your incompetence disappoints me, but what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who was truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods for foolishness? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired this feudal struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury? You know this is pointless. You can't kill me. Of course not. But I'm tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will, but I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting, but I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only the shattering body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time I felt it, a tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest, different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now a sun is about to fall, ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very existence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool, you think we were born only to serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then, just as you wish, let the fire burn. If I was born as the blazing son of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core, and let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything, and grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash. Warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kozlana failed to load in buffer zone. Memory dump irregularly is detected. Illegal references, undeclared objects, unhandled methods, uncaught exceptions. Anomaly detected. Destruction Nanook. Anomaly detected. Energy surging. Oh my goodness. Is this peak? Oh shit. Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction. Oh shit! I feel the pain and anger, wicked monster, losing control. Oh, it's the lyrics. Oh shit! That's one of the other Lord Ravagers! That's the one that's against Nihility. I forgot his name. Oh my god! It's light cone.
この願いみんなの願いを叶えることだよ。それができないなら明日に託すよ。
Oh my goodness. Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an aeon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path. Oh, who followed? Oh, hello. Oh. Thanks for the follow, man. It is born at the end of every path. That is, the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name, the Lord Ravager to destroy erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of Aeons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Phainon. It is a wrath called Phainon. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After that many cycles, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable, the nameless from beyond the sky, also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for his arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, his existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you. Visitor verification blank. Override protocol engaged. Access approved. Hold to load data. I'll be waiting for you. Oh shit. Welcome back. Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. Experimental progress 99%. Log updated. Locating entry Phainon. Content refreshed. Routine logging of the 12 factors to support Iron Tomb's deep learning processes. So this is Phainon. This is Cyrene. Track time. Trickery. This is Cypher. Orxis. This is Castoris. This is Anaxa. Anomaly log. Eternal recurrence. Cyrene's exact role remains unknown. Due to external variable interference, the cycle has now been broken. The experiment enters its final phase. A heroic figure born from the imaginations of Phainon and Cyrene. It is believed to be a sign of approaching the intelligence singularity as the two began to learn what it meant to be a real life form. The image's resemblance to the Trailblazer is striking. This is a questionable matter, for it is not a natural result of the experiment. Oh shit! So that gold figure, I mean, not in game because they love to reuse models, but in actual lore, it looks like the Trailblazer. Forgotten years. For records that are completely missing from the logs, presenting as blank spaces in Amphorius' history, never turning readable. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. The exact cause remains unknown. Mem. An unlogged electrical signal, dependent on the external variable Lixin, growing through the path of remembrance. At the end of the last cycle, its appearance changed to Cyrene, but the mother body memory data was lost for unknown reasons. Directive. Collect data. Initiate deep analysis of the target. Conclusion. Analysis error. Target lost. Ripples of the past reverie. It's just blank. Intrusion variables. Temporary log of external variables that interfered with the experiment. A nameless from the Astral Express, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Also a pathstrider of destruction. They resonated with the 12 factors. In the final cycle, this entity assumed the vacant role in the time track and successfully guided Phainon beyond the intelligence singularity. The eternal recurrence has been broken. The experiment has reached its terminal stage. Override command authorized granted access to Lixin. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Oh, it's not over. March 7th. All blank. Warning. Unknown entity intrusion. Initiating scan. No anomaly detected. Oh my god. A nameless from the Astral Express. A scion of permanence. An external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Directive. Pinpoint his location. Failed to locate his coordinates. Subject has exited Amphorius. Negative. Detected. Conclusion error. Content updated. Amphorius' Saga of Heroes. Content updated. Mem. Update. Second mem. You know, I've always had a soft spot for you. Startled you, didn't I? Don't worry, I was just thinking, if I had to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be a line so heartfelt you'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. And after pondering again and again, I Like You still says it best, because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time, never fade. Makes sense. That's right, liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. If Lixin has got something special, someone special, family, friend, or romance, muster your courage and express yourself freely. Still, isn't that a sign we're in sync? Lixin always manages to appear before I'm ready. No need to overthink it. We've been traveling side by side for so long now, that's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared without missing a single word. A yearbook makes you smile without even realizing when you read through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? Got some examples? So many examples. Restless nights, distracted daydreams, and oops, can't spoil everything. And it's not just the things that really happened. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination, but they're precious too. So I'm tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me this, only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Oh shit. Act concluded. Oh god, I have to. Oh! Lixin, the writer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's start with Sidra. Who would win? A young girl emerging from her sheath and emerging and showing her edge, or a tyrant who has emerged victorious from 100 battles? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to read all this. Oh, they're showing. Oh! Wait a minute. I don't really want to read all this. It's basically just their backstories, I think. Why is it? Oh, I have to actually turn the page. I'm sure someone else, or I'm sure I can find this all out later. I just don't want to read it all on stream, especially since I have like 20 million more to go. What I am curious about is that jellyfish. I said it was a foreign guest. I guess I'll... Oh, wait! So this is all 12 core flames. So this is Tribi, Siridra, Hycelins, Hyacine, Phainon, Anaxa, Aglaya, Mighty, Castris, Cypher. These two don't have...
Did you mean Maya?
Alexa, stop. She's... I said Anaxa. So these two are the core flames that, you know, we don't know about. Seismic Walking Dragon. And seeing as Seismic Walking Dragon is here, I'm assuming these two are March and Danhung. So let's do Danhung first. Beast of the Desolate Ancient Land. I will read these ones. The ancient chaos was shrouded in silence and shadow. The giant dragon's offspring was born from the earth. Sweet dreams had smothered the giant dragon's eyes and ears, and as they slept, the 100 eyes of Aquila had already opened, and Fagus had begun to stir the playful waves. Yet Yorios remained weighty and silent. A layer upon layer of peaks enveloped the dragon, cradling them in a bed more grand than any in existence. The giant dragons spent their childhood in darkness. From the moment their bleary eyes blinked open from the haze of slumber, they hungered to feast on the crude iron and drink deep of molten lava, until one day they raised their head and with a low guttural voice pleaded to glimpse light. The titan lifted them up by their ribs, slowly raising them. The dragon's spine sliced through the strata of rock, cutting open the soil. When they reached the surface, they summoned mist woven of the fire of the stars, as though seeing themselves clearly and in full through the eyes of a giant bird. Because it's actually a lot, I don't want to read all of it. Approaching Forest, the distant whispers roaring. Its name, Permanence. I fucking knew it! Terravox. Oh! Maybe Danhung will become Terravox. And then this one. Time. That's March! Don't be scared, please don't be afraid. Listen carefully. The future they want is in the past, like the first light of the morning star. Really? In the past? And for fire's ambition, considering the law. Mother, usurper, and that assassinate the divine body. Don't be scared, please don't be afraid. An unfamiliar voice rings out. Go to sleep, the ending they want is yet to be born, like the warm glow of the setting sun. Really, not here yet. Mother, I'm already all alone. Don't be scared, please don't be afraid, a familiar voice rings out in the mirror. Just wait, the stars that illuminate the night will visit in the end. The gates of the temple, people no longer pray to a titan who cannot touch the world. Mother, help me leave this place. But this time they didn't leave a response, only long years of yearning and pain, like the silence of the Evernight. Days and nights pass, the years turn, dust covers the glory of the past, the priests have forgotten this titan. Waiting, hate, waiting. They watch over the slumbering sprite, gazing at the dull mirror. But a fleeting mirage flickers in the mirror, the shining stars and the lights of the home, and a strange yet familiar voice. Wake up, our familiar old friends have already arrived, like the newborn dawn. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna skip through these next ones, just because it's a lot. Okay. I wish there was a skip button for this. Jesus, man. Emphorius, I think Emphorius might be my favorite world in Star Rail. I thought Penacony was really good, and it's still, I still think it is really good. But dude, Emphorius is on another level. Let's do Phainon last. I feel like it's fitting. Okay. Now time for the fifth one. Damn. Sifera. Time for Phainon. He has the most. So earlier I said in that cutscene with Phainon and Cyrene looking at the world ending, I said that Cyrene had Flame Reaver's weapon, but it was actually Phainon who had killed Cyrene in the first cycle, taking it with him throughout every cycle until the end, only to sacrifice himself to reset the cycle back to the beginning. That's just... That's insane! Nameless hero Kazlana. It changed! The prisoner of flames, Kazlana. He had never loved himself, why would he love this world? Man. Jesus. It's so good! I wonder how they're gonna continue it. Because it feels like it's at the end. But they said it would continue throughout the entirety of version 3. I wonder how they're gonna continue it. So all we're missing now is Sirydra, Hysolins, Terravox, and Evernight. This is what we saw. Jesus, man. Oh. Wake up. Wake up. Lixin, wake up. You're finally awake. That's a relief. We're so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you, something very important. That's right, at this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming to focus little by little. You're smart, you must have a clue now. Or maybe, you knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? It's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I have no regrets. Where are you going? Don't worry, we're not truly parting because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle, the final cycle of the Flamechier's journey, and forever reside in the heart of the time demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here, but looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Sirens, I was the first and only one who finally got to meet you. Fuck, man. Believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Siren waiting for you. And in the one after that, I will always be waiting. Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go find the future Siren and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting long, okay? No need to say it out loud, this is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. May the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff, forever warm, forever gentle. Turn to the next page. The page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate, or a long overdue reunion? Fuck! Man! They had to do it. They had to do it. Oh my god. That was so good. Oh my god, I have so many fucking achievements. Complete the journey to Aeronova. Encounter the deceased Ides Elysiae. Tear off the Flame Reaver's mask. Take the torch past over 30 million eons. Embark on the final journey to Aeronova. Fuck. Fuck. It's so good! It's so good. So I'm assuming if I do like, yeah, this quest takes place at an earlier point in time. So, if I'm doing this world quest, I have to remember that basically everything that happened didn't happen. Oh yeah, free poll. I'm gonna be streaming when this happens, I swear. Wait, actually, when does this happen? It's in 5 days, 10 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On a Friday? Oh, next Friday? I'm gonna be working. Shit. Okay, I'll do it when I get home. I'm not gonna do this today because, Jesus, I've been here for a few hours already. Fuck, man. It's so good. I'm assuming there's some chests for me to find. Yeah, I can never rest. I can never rest. I guess I'll just pull out Thirda. Okay, let's see. I'm assuming there's not going to be really any hard to get chests, especially since this is a pretty calm area. Oh, there's also nymphs here? Shit. There's a puzzle over here, but let me get this chest. No, I just want to pick up the fucking thing. Okay, this should be easy. And indeed it was. Who messaged me? He's not online. Whatever. Let's see. Oh, Phainon's memory. I'll check that out after. I just want to get my chest right now. Come on, man. You're supposed to be dead, brother. I think am I seriously seeing a ghost right now? Whether or not you are, I can say with full confidence that based on I am in this exact moment a ghostly figment conjured by your own subconscious. Come on, man. Just give me my shit. Oh, wait. I got disorder. Disorder ambrosia. What can I use that on? Some more chests. Another. Oh my god, I hate these. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. I see. There we go. See, last two over here. Do I go up to Cyrene and use it? Hello. Surprise expression tells me it's just like what the memory is recorded. Are you Cyrene or Mem? You must be really perplexed. I wish I could give you answers, but I feel helpless about the current situation too. It's me. Don't you recognize me, or did I really change that much? So it isn't possible to restore your memories completely. It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long, long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories are all tangled together, but when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can no longer remember those 30 million cycles, and luckily I still remember my crossless air companions from this life, and you. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world, and my heart is tied to their fates too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. It's just that you've complained to me before about a book called Versions that always stops at the most captivating parts. Perhaps that's just how fate works. Oh, god damn it. Did they just fucking break the fourth wall? Cast off your heavy burdens. Wait, did she say something? Sometimes I get frustrated because of that, but looking at it another way, it's really important to calm down and clear your head before making a big decision, and Ides Elysiae is a perfect place for that. Cast off your heavy feelings, take a deep breath, and as a memento of our reunion, please allow me to offer you a gift. 3, 2, 1. Doesn't the scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing it just to get right. Now we've also planted the seeds of the Trailblaze in Ides Elysiae. Take it as the start of another journey, and when the time is ripe, let us return here and write the next page of our story together. In case feels up to it before we set off, you can come find me anytime. I'll be waiting for you here. Oh my god, he has a hat. Wait, if I change my path, does it change? Wait. No, wait, no. I'm on Remembrance right now. It's showing the Harmony hat. But I'm curious. If I change my path, does it change what the? Does it change the decoration? No. Okay. I just wanted to see. That would have been really cool. Okay. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Why don't you do something meaningful? Exactly how I remember Ides Elysiae. Once the wind blows through again and the weight starts swaying, it'll be even more beautiful. If only we could capture it somehow. Man, I wonder. A photo stone? Oh, right. It can save the scene perfectly. What a clever invention. Too bad the memory card's full. So no more room for memories, huh? It's okay. Give it a little tap. Sometimes small miracles happen in Ides Elysiae. The lighting's just right. Mind if I give it a try? I know I could count on you. Say cheese! This is the surprised look. How can a moment worth remembering not include you? Honestly, you're the star of the whole scene. Alright, give me a smile or whatever, make whatever face you make. Ready? 1. Didn't see that coming, did you? Candid shouts are way more fun than posed ones. That expression was perfect. It's just a shame the photo stone can't really save any more memories. Yeah, the card's full after all. But hey, it's not about the photo, it's the feeling that matters. Just thinking I took a photo of Lixin is enough to make today special. Don't you think so too? Maybe that's why you always carry this photo stone around. With it, it's like your friends are always right there with you. Plus, you could think of it as destroying the evidence. No photo means I can pretend I looked a little slimmer. Without you, what about you? When you think it back on today, how will you picture me? A bit chubbier. I was gonna say everything but that one, but I'm not too worried. We'll meet all kinds of people and experience all sorts of things in the future, and some of those moments will bring us right back to how we felt today. When that happens, we'll get to paint even lovelier versions of each other in our memories, won't we? Feeling kind of sleepy, time for some shut-eye. Seen you in dreamland. Ooh, nice. Okay, let me get my treasure. Do I get to go back to that, like, fairyland? Okay, where's the stairs? There they are. Oh, there's a nymph on there. I like to save all the nymphs for when I can just collect them all at once. Come on, man! Stop it! Brother, you're not even real. Okay, buddy. So it does look like I can skip just normal dialogue. That's nice. Very, very nice. Oh, the little fairy place is actually part of here. Okay. Oh, Aedes Elysiae is part of the Outworld, just like the Vortex. Oh wait, there's a quest. I must hold myself back. Oh my, not another one of these. Okay, let's see. Dear God. Ah, shit. Oh! Okay, I see. Fuck! Fuck. Okay, I think what I have to do is do this sort of thing. Fuck, man. I got it. I'm smart, eventually. Emphasis on eventually. Okay, let me go to the Vortex, check what this quest is.
用でもあるの？ないなら帰るから。
My dear Celestial Ambrosia, pour some in, I'll give you a present. Wake up, you've turned blue. Bring Ambrosia here. No, whoa. The last echo of Lygus. No documented cases of ambrosia completely overriding an individual's perception of external reality. Conjecture, the Nameless previously interacted with this entity, potentially affecting its cognitive functions. Is this Lygus's observation memory? Ambrosia, bring me the ambrosia. I've got more treasures for you. Okay. Cool. Alright, I've searched most of the chests. I only have like 4 more. I only have like 4 more. This whole species of mems. Oh shit. I can plant flowers? Wait, what did they say? Oh. Mem gobbled it up in one bite. This should be easy. Oh. A little bit of switcheroo. Fuck. What the fuck am I making? It's definitely it. This was not as easy as I thought. I'm not gonna use a hint. I'm close. Man. No. This is perplexing. Look how close I am. Fine, I'll use a hint. Okay. No. Fuck. What am I doing? Oh my god. God. Oh my god, it was this easy. You gotta be kidding me. Is that Mem? No. I mean, Mem is Cyrene, so. Is it evil Mem? Is this the last chest? No, still one more. Oh, it's the upper floor. Oh wait, it's the, okay.
これだけさ
Oh, it's right there. Whoopsies. Okay, got all the chests. Is there any other area I need to check? I don't think so. No. Okay, I think that's it for today. I wanted to do more, but yeah, that was really fucking long, as expected. I mean, it wasn't as long as the initial 3.0 quest, but it was still pretty long, you know? I think I spent around an hour on Genshin, and then 4 hours on that quest. So, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll actually have the cable for the second monitor so I can actually look at chat easier instead of having it on my phone. So yeah, I will see you guys later tomorrow. We're fine. I'm not gonna play any gacha games tomorrow. I swear. It's only gonna be other games. We're gonna play stuff like Frontiers, Devil May Cry, Music Dash, Judgment maybe, Yakuza 7 maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I'll see you guys.